Strobe Studios presents Michael Helgens and Greg Kilberger in The Watson Files. Coming to you from the illustrious Strobe Studios in the heart of America, this is Craig Dahlen. Now, let's join the doctor and see what story he has for us today.
Come in. Good evening, Craig.
Evening, doctor. Are you prepared to finish last week's story?
Not wasting any time, I see.
Well, it's just that I'm quite anxious to hear the conclusion to last week's story.
I thought you might be.
So Holmes was baiting a trap for Samuelson's killer, and you had gone to get Weathers.
Yes, I found him in his office on the phone with the mayor, updating him on the events of the day. It sounded like they were planning some sort of press conference.
So were you able to convince him to join you?
Yes, the press conference actually helped because he was looking for an excuse not to attend. I told him about Holmes' suspicions and his plan to set a trap for Corporal Moran. On our way out the door, we ran into Dr. Worth, who insisted on coming with us. Weathers objected, of course, but Worth was quite insistent about helping to catch Samuelson's killer, so Max eventually agreed. We grabbed a quick bite to eat on our way across town and met Holmes in the park a few minutes early.
Holmes, this better be good. I've got a lot of work to do after what happened this morning.
Well, I thought you might be interested in catching Samuelson's killer.
Yes, Watson tells me you suspect Corporal Moran.
It's more than a suspicion, Max.
And dare I ask what evidence you have?
Well, none yet.
What a surprise.
But that's why we're here.
There's evidence in the park?
No, of course not. But we can see Moran's apartment building from here.
And that helps us how?
I texted Mr. Moran with a carefully worded message designed to draw him out.
Telling him what?
Given that Moran is the most likely candidate to fill the void left by Marty's departure, I posed as a former associate of Marty's and asked for a meeting.
And you plan to track him to this meeting using his ankle bracelet?
You're getting warmer, Watson, but not quite.
To whom are you intending to talk on your phone?
Good catch, Watson. I'm calling Miss Darrand, actually.
Moran's probation officer.
Hello?
Miss Darrand, do you have him?
Yep, looks like he's still at home. Are you sure this is going to work?
It'll work, and thank you again for staying after hours.
Of course. Just make sure you hold up your end of our bargain.
What's she talking about, Holmes?
Nothing you need to concern yourself with.
Looks like he's moving.
Okay, let me know when he disappears.
Disappears?
When he goes in the elevator, we lose contact with the bracelet.
He's gone. We should get him back shortly.
So, if we're not following Moran, then what is the plan, Holmes?
We're going to follow the person wearing the bracelet.
And Moran's not wearing the bracelet?
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
He's back.
Yes, I see him coming out the front.
No, he's not leaving the building. It looks like he's back in his apartment.
We can clearly see him walking outside.
Well, then something's wrong.
Yes, thank you, Miss Darrand. You've been most helpful.
So let's go pick up Moran, then.
No, let him go.
What?
At this point, we'd just be arresting him for violating his probation. We have nothing that ties him to the murders.
So then what's your plan?
Pick up whomever is wearing the bracelet.
What makes you so sure anyone is wearing it?
Ms. Darren demonstrated how the bracelets work. If someone tries to tamper with it, or if it doesn't detect a leg inside of it, the system will know.
But if you make the switch while the system is out of contact...
Then no red flags show up.
Precisely.
Yeah?
It's me. Let me in. I forgot something.
Hey,
Get on the ground and keep your hands where I can see
Whoa,
them.
what's going on?
Nice ankle bracelet. You on probation?
Yeah. So?
What's your name?
Moran. Stuart Moran.
Nice try. Too bad for you. We were the ones that arrested Moran. So we happen to know what he looks like.
All right, fine. I'm not Moran.
Then why'd you lie to us? Hey, don't shrug your shoulders at me. Sit up and look at me when I'm talking to you. Why are you wearing his ankle bracelet?
What do you want me to say?
Well, for starters, where's Moran going?
I don't know.
You're not helping yourself.
I swear, I don't know. All I know is he told me to hang out for a while because he has some business to take care of.
So you just randomly wear ankle bracelets for people?
Hey, Moran's a big guy on campus now. Everybody does what he says. Are you arresting me or what?
I haven't decided yet. Keep telling the truth and I'll take that into consideration.
Did you hang out for a while here last night, too?
Yeah, he told me to come by about 11.
And when did Moran return?
I don't know, maybe 2. I passed out on the couch. Had some really good scotch.
All right, I've heard enough. Let's go, buddy.
Hey, but I told you the truth.
I know, and I considered letting you go, but then I decided against it. So, Holmes,
But I didn't do nothing.
Hey, genius, you have the right to remain silent, and I suggest you start exercising it.
I've never seen you quite like this, Max.
A friend of mine died today. I think I have the right to be angry.
Indeed. So if you can handle the house-sitter here, Watson and I will head across town to see if we can intercept Moran.
I'm coming with. I think you'd better stick with me, Doc. Moran's a dangerous man. I did 3 tours in Vietnam, Detective. I think I know how to handle myself. Fine, suit yourself. But Holmes, I want you to call me if you find him.
Of course, Max.
I mean it. I don't want his lawyer to have any ammunition when we get him to trial. So none of your usual cowboy antics, all right?
I shall leave my horse in the barn, sir.
All right, good luck.
You'll leave your horse in the barn?
Not my best metaphor, I admit it.
So, shall we go get this Moran character?
Yippee-ki-yay.
Really, Holmes? This is the warehouse you chose to meet Moran at?
I smell pancakes.
It's syrup, actually. They make it right over there.
Well, I figured he would know the place quite well, and there would also be a bit of poetic justice in capturing him here.
Am I missing something?
Professor Marty, Moran's former boss, lured us here sometime back and kidnapped us. He had planned to kill us, but some quick thinking by Holmes...
And a well-placed bullet from Watson's revolver.
Yes, that too. Long story short, we narrowly managed to escape.
So someone got the drop on the great Spencer Holmes. I didn't think that was possible.
It was a temporary lapse in judgment, one that I quickly remedied.
So it sounds, and you eventually got your revenge from what I hear.
How was that?
Well, the rumor I heard was that the bomb in the courthouse was planted by you two. I mean, you got Marty up to the witness stand, Watson, and then you cleared out the building but kept him chained up there. And at the last minute, you and Weathers miraculously jumped to safety. Sounds pretty fishy if you ask me.
What? That's ridiculous, right, Holmes?
Yes, well, I can't claim responsibility for the events of last fall, but I must admit I do appreciate the outcome.
But we didn't plant the bomb.
No, of course not. If I wanted Marty dead, there were any number of more precise and less destructive ways of accomplishing the goal.
Hey, I wasn't trying to upset you guys. That's just what I heard.
Well, then you heard wrong.
Boys, if you're done arguing, I believe we have more pressing matters to attend to.
Yes, of course.
Sorry, Holmes. So, what's the plan?
Do you have your revolver?
Yes?
Yes.
You two seem more alike all the time. So, Watson, you head around back and guard the door by the loading docks. I'll draw him out, and Dr. Worth here can assist me.
All right. Good luck.
So what's your plan?
Do you know how to send a text?
Of course, who doesn't?
Yes, well, I need you to text Mr. Moran and ask him if he can help us carry the product in.
You really think that'll work?
It's worth a shot.
All right.
You wait here. I'm going to sneak up by the entrance there.
In the back. Oh! There he is. Missed him.
Watson, are you all right?
I think so, but that's not gonna feel too good in the morning.
What happened?
I'm not sure. I was watching the back door, as you said, then a window broke and I got attacked from behind.
He must have been hiding in the woods.
Perhaps this Moran fellow is more crafty than I had previously thought.
Did he get away?
Mr. Worth here gave it his best shot, but unfortunately he slipped away.
I'm sorry, Holmes.
It's all right, Watson. We'll get him eventually. Thanks for your help, Adam.
Anytime.
So Corporal Moran got away?
Unfortunately, yes.
But I assume you're still pursuing him.
Holmes has vowed not to rest until Samuelson's killer is behind bars.
Good, so next week we'll finally get to hear about your poor investment then.
Indeed.
And I hope you're feeling better.
Thank you for your concern, Craig. I'm nearly back to normal now, yes.
Glad to hear it. Tonight's Watson Files adventure was written by Scott Strosahl. Spencer Holmes and Dr. Watson were played by Michael Helgens and Greg Kilberger. Additional voices were provided by Steve Rimpici. Until next week, this is Craig Dahlen saying good night from Strobe Studios.
We grabbed a quick bite to eat on our way across town and met Holmes in the park a few minutes early.
Of course, Watson stopped to get a bite to eat.
Of course, it was tasty. It was a hot dog on a stick. They called it a corn dog. It was delicious. So you want me to do it in my Weathers voice?
Yeah, do your Weathers voice. I like that.
Yeah? What do you want me to say?
You two seem more alike all the time. So, Watson, you heard around back... Nope. So, Watson, you head around back and guard the door by the locked.
If we weren't doing
A family show?
Show
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.